Welcome back to my channel. It's Sonal with you here again. This is a bit heavy because I feel like I have to lend my voice for this video because of what's going around in the world. I was looking at some images and reading some things on social media that completely broke my heart. It made me sad, and I decided I'm going to lend my voice for this because there's not enough people speaking about it. My heart breaks for what's happening in Libya right now. And all over the world, not to just say Libya, to be honest. Yemen, Syria, there's so many places that just make me feel like, can we just stop? Can all this stop once and for all? I don't think any human deserves to be a slave. Slavery, when I think of slavery, it angers me. It angers me. African immigrants being sold for $400 in Libya. Is that what humans are worth? Is that what a human life is worth? To do your jobs, to be mistreated, to be hung upside down. The images are all over social media. I'm not going to be sharing those images here because they are very disturbing, and I'm sure they will be disturbing to many others out there. Why are media not talking about this issue and highlighting it? Last week when there was a gunshot or something at Selfridges, it was all over the news. Problems in the rest of the world, when there's flooding somewhere, there is news. When there are bombings in countries, terrorist attacks, they're all over the news. No, maybe only CNN shared the clippings of this, and it breaks my heart. My heart to see these immigrants being sold literally like they are dogs. Even dogs have a better life. Being sold as if their life is worth nothing. Their women being trafficked and being sold off and used as sex objects, physical pleasure objects. Is that what humanity really is? This is very sad. It feels like we are going back to a time and place where we never had power over ourselves. And today, in 2017, this is still happening before our eyes and the world is silent. I want to ask, where are the authorities? Where are the UN actors for human rights? Where are they right now? What are they doing about this? There is no voice for these people, and silence is not the answer. Silence would be betrayal, according to me. So I personally have decided to speak. Not only the African immigrants who are forced into slavery and subjected to it are the ones suffering. Libyans themselves have suffered at the hands of Gaddafi. My heart is just breaking at this point. To see what Libyans themselves have gone through, and then this happening with the African people, my African brothers and sisters. African immigrants are moving from their own countries to find greener pastures elsewhere. But I wish they would stop now after seeing this, because sometimes not what appears to be greener on the other side is actually green. It's devastating to see all this. All you see is all these humans, but where is the humanity? Gone are the days when we have to be racists. Gone are the days that we have to judge people because of their color, their background, their ethnicity. They believe in equality. I cannot see a black person being subjected to this at all. I am not being biased here, but I come from Africa. I have a huge love for my country and all the rest of the world, but this is completely inhuman. It's unequal. It is mistreatment. We have to now put on the armor that God gave us and stand and shield ourselves against all this evil happening in the world. Do not be a coward and sit silent. I'm asking you to speak. To speak not only for Libya, speak for everyone, for every country that is suffering. Speak for them, because they don't have a voice. They're back there, they're chained, they're waiting. They're waiting for the world, someone to shed light on their problems so they can be free. I think the United Nations have to step up to this with integrity, with loyalty to each human, because that is their cause, human rights. They need to step in right now and put an end to this. Enough is just enough. No, my video may not do much, but we must fight with our voices. So I'm urging you to come together wherever you are, whether you make a post on your Instagram, your Facebook. Create the awareness, speak for them, lend them your voice. I don't know if my video will help even a little bit in creating freedom for even one person, but together we can do it. And I believe together, if we all come together, we can help our brothers and sisters. We can help them to become equal just as us and free as we are. We together can improve the quality of their life, can help restore the damage that has been done, and help in our own ways by donations or any such thing that each one of you may want to do to create awareness and help. For real, guys, something needs to be done. These authorities have to step in. Forget the sanctions. What is there to sanction? Free our brothers and sisters. Please, I urge you, do not judge them by their color, by their race, by their ethnicity, by their language. We are one. We are one people. When you slit each of us open, our blood is red. We're all God's children, and none of us deserve to be a slave to the other. There is no race that is higher than the other. I do not understand this at all. I have also read an article where some of the slaves, their organs have been taken out to be sold off, like kidneys and lungs. Which world is this we're living in? Which world are we living in? If this is happening now, do we not think about the future of our children? What will be happening in another 20 years? If we allow this to happen, we give them strength. If we give them our voice, we cut off their strength. We have to put an end. For the last 48 hours, I've been thinking. I was actually shaking last night. I was thinking, who gives another human the power to be able to buy another human for $400 or whatever money it may be? Who gives you that power? I thought this was ended. I thought this was ended for Africans, for people all around the world. But here we are, sitting nicely, enjoying ourselves and watching the news and not lending our voice because it doesn't affect us. So people love to ignore what doesn't affect them. But I am here to tell you, please don't. Lend your voice somehow, whichever small way you can. We were born in freedom. Who has the right to cage us, to chain us to a wall, or to hang us upside down? So many of you will come back to me and say that why do the immigrants have to move from their country and look for greener pastures, get on that boat and go here and then subject themselves to this hopelessness and this misfortune? But the truth is, even if they did that, no authority in this world is allowed to chain people and make them slaves. We're just going to sit back and watch our brothers and sisters from around the world being treated like animals. Even animals Peter protect. So are we just going to sit there and watch them being cut off, their organs sold off, tied up in chains, forced to queue up in a line, be 100 of them filled in a room like this, like in a cage? I urge you, if you're watching me right now, lend your voice. Whether you're African, you're American, you're English, you're Russian, you're Indian, whatever race or wherever you come from, lend your voice, because I do believe that each one of us has love inside in our heart. We have so much love and compassion for our brothers and sisters, and not just the Africans, all over the place. Whenever there is a crisis, please lend your voice. Please help them, because I know there is compassion in your heart. I know there is love in your heart. If you look deep within yourself, I know you can find it. And I know coming together as one and lending our voice, we can really make a difference and help it. I will not be afraid to speak the truth, even if my voice is shaking right now. I'm not afraid. So please help me, my brothers and sisters. Spread the word in whichever way you can, if you want to even be discreet. But please lend your voice. I don't want us to put up posts and say pray for Libya whenever something happens around the world. Pray for this, pray for that is the hashtag. I want us to fight for Libya. I want us to fight for every country that is subjecting the human race to such atrocity and such evilness. I want us to now say we are going to fight for these people. How can we do that? I alone can do nothing. You alone can do nothing. But us together, so many of us, yes, we can do a lot. It's just really sad what a cold-hearted world we live in. What people can do for power. It's sad. I am very sorry if this offends anybody, but this just proves that racism has never ended, which is bloody sad. Racism has never ended. this is what this proves. When exactly are we going to be equal? Not really equal. When we are transgressing as humanity, we are ashamed. We are ashamed today that we are treating our own brothers and sisters of the black race this way. Slavery is hideous. Slavery is disgusting. Literally, it is disgusting. It is literally taking away the right of a human, of everything, stripping him off of every right that he was given by God to live in freedom. People may think that this is a problem of the past. It's not. I thought that too until I saw so many things happening around the world. If you just Google the statistics of modern day slavery, it's everywhere. Just people don't speak about it. It is disgusting to the human race. It is a shame. Literally shame on us. We cannot grow if we do not help those who cannot help themselves. Slavery has to end now. Everyone around the world, regardless of your race, religion, ethnicity, whatever, has a right to be free. To be free, to be happy, and to be loved. Our brothers and sisters are escaping drought, they're escaping war in their country. And what should we do as another country? We should embrace them. We should welcome them into our country and help them. The immigrants, most of them are from Ghana, Senegal, Zambia, Nigeria, Sudan, and then they're being smuggled into this slavery. Since the civil war, Libyans themselves are subjected to so much hurt and pain. And some of them, I'm saying some of them, that are involved in this slavery need to stop. Other people, Libyans themselves, need to come together to stop. They suffered at the hands of their dictator leader for years. They're still suffering. And now, some of these people that have been so pained probably are doing this. Don't even know how they sleep at night. That this video is not by any means an attack to all the Libyans out there. Libyans are good people. I know, I have met a few. So this is not a video to attack the Libyan people. You know, Libyans have suffered themselves so much. This is for those people who are encouraging slavery, who are actually buying our African brothers and sisters as slaves. All those people who have committed this crime need to stop and be put behind the bars. Please remember, our struggles are not with the flesh and blood. Our struggles are with the leaders of this world. Our struggle is with the authorities of this world, and no person who is flesh and blood should suffer because of it. If I cannot cage an animal, how can you cage humans? Every time you do bad in this world, you're already in hell. Know that. And every time you try to help someone and you try to spread your voice for a good cause, you are in heaven because you are helping. So heaven and hell are both present, I believe, where we are right now. I urge you all, let's come together and put an end to this horrific disregard for human life. Until I see you guys in the next one, lots of love and light.